So welcome all of you guys, and congratulations for being there tonight. My name is Teacher Michael. I am the owner and the teacher of COMWAD language courses. And it's a really nice pleasure to have all of you with us tonight. So I know that you're connecting people from many parts of the world, especially you guys from the United States, Dominican Republic, Mexico, Washington, Chile. So welcome all of you people, because you are here tonight. You are in the best place to learn and also to practice English. So welcome and welcome again. We are going to start with our clip now. The topic is about communication. So let's go, please. We are going to start with the question number 1. The question number 1 says, what's your favorite form of communication? For example, calling, texting, face-to-face, and why? Hello, Miss Manael. Welcome. You get the mic and go ahead.
Good evening, dear fellows. Hello, Teacher Michael. My name is Manael. I am from ANGLÈ in AD, and I'm Teacher Michael's student. It's a pleasure to me to be there tonight. My favorite form of communication is face-to-face, because when I'm talking with a person face-to-face, I like to see facial expressions, the emotions too. I like to feel the emotions in a person, and I think when you talk, a face-to-face is a better way to capture the person loves to talk to you too, and I like this feeling.
Amazing. Congratulations, Miss Manael. I really appreciate your comment, your English as well. You're amazing. So thank you. Thank you very much, and congratulations. Miss Biolanda, please. Hello.
Hello, everyone. My name is Biolanda. I am from Haiti, but I'm living in Dominican Republic, and I'm so happy to be there with you tonight. For this question, I really like communication by text message, because sometimes we're in a place where we can't speak. There's a lot of noise, or we're surrounded by people who don't need to know what we want to say to someone. And sometimes it's very urgent to speak with a person. In this case, communications by text message is very useful. And about communication by call, it's a good way to communicate with others, because sometimes we really need to hear a person's voice, and it's very different from communication by text message. We can develop all our feelings with our voices, and we can talk about anything and everything. And the effect it produces of hearing someone burst out laughing or hearing them cry is very different from a text message. So communication by call is very important and amazing. But my favorite way to communicate is face-to-face, because I can see the person, I can touch them. Like my mother, when she speaks, she likes to touch people to develop her feelings. And I think it's easier to convince a person face-to-face than in a phone. And there are conversations that we want to have with someone, we're waiting to see this person because we know that he will understand better face-to-face. So it's very good the other way to communicate, especially when we are long distance. But when there is the possibility to meeting people and talking to them face-to-face, I prefer that. So that's my way to communicate. It's my favorite way to communicate. Thank you.
Congratulations, my beautiful Yolanda. Really congratulate you and love you as well, the way that you're doing things. So congratulations again. So, je n'ai capable de là, c'est étudiant, spécialement deux mesdames qui déjà participé au Souti Saint-Domingue. So welcome, congratulations, Dominican Republic. And you the other people from United States, from Mexico, from Brazil, from Chile. We want to hear you. Let's go with you, please, Miss Merlin. Hello.
Hello, good evening, everyone. I am Merlin Saint-Ilus. I'm listening from Boston, and I'm so happy to be here tonight. For the question, my when I was in Haiti, Usually it's calling, texting, no, sorry. Usually it's face to face. But now, just because I move out, it's calling and texting. But my favorite form of communication is face to face because, as Belinda said, you can see the people emotion. You can touch. You can feel what the people feel. It seems like more comfortable face to face when you communicate face to face with the people. This is why communication face to face is my favorite.
Congratulations and amazing as well, Miss Marilyn. Miss Taffy, let's go with you, please. Hello.
My best teacher, Teacher Michael, you are the best. And every fellow who tried the best to be there tonight, it's worth it because you will not be disappointed. My name is Taffy from Comrade Language Courses. It's always a pleasure to be there because I know when I am here, I'm at the best place and I will learn something new to use in my learning process. Yes, well, according to me, about this question, what is a favorite form of communication? Calling, texting, face to face. It's a great question because nowadays, communication is a big problem. The communication is a process by which information is exchanged between individuals through a common system of symbols, signs, or behaviors. But there is so many ways of communication, like you already said in the question. There is verbal communication, visual, writing communication, and everyone prefers their own way to communicate. Let me take an example. A shyness person will never be happy to communicate face to face because you always want some way to be hiding. But everyone in the world is different on the way of communicating. Like the other fellows already say at the beginning, for me, my favorite is face to face, like they already said, because you can see the behavior of the person, you can see the emotion, you can see the feeling, you can see if the person feeling good or bad. But if the person is hiding behind a phone, it's really difficult to see or to know what the person really have or each way you can help someone. Sometimes there is some people who know want to talk to you, but his body communicates to you. Sometimes people don't want to communicate to you. Only your sign make it to you. But face-to-face communication, I think for me, is the best because it's a strategy for managing conflict at work, having difficult conversation, after talking time to someone. If someone is angry, if you're face-to-face, even though he doesn't talking, but his body language talking for them. For me, face-to-face is the best. I really, even though sometimes it's really helpful to have the other way. But the first one, and the first place you have to choose will be face to face. Sometimes it's really important, like you, one of the fellows said at the beginning, you can be somewhere noisy. It's only a text message can helping you. Sometimes it's only a call can favorite you live because like in the United States, if you are in danger, you can only just call 911. But every way of communication is really great. But if you have to choose, or if you have to meeting someone like face to face, that will be the best. Let me take another example. If you want to get married, you only talk on the phone with someone, but when you see the person sometimes you say, oh, it's really him. But if you already meet the person, you have the feeling. You have to hold hands sometimes. It's so attractive when you're face to face. You can see all the body language of the person. If it's angry, if it's happy, if it's emotionally, everything talk when you're face to face. For me, the best way of communication is face to face. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my beautiful, one of my best students, Miss Taffy. I really congratulate you and so happy to have you tonight. Mr. G, I'm going to give you power. Just open the mic, say something about you, and go ahead, please. You get the mic. Open it and go ahead.
Hello, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. We hear you really well, sir.
Hello again. It's me, Garrison Alverna, aka Mr. G. I have a little bit of problem here of having a good internet service tonight, and also the light at my house isn't really bright. That's why you can see me in a little bit of darkness. I'm sorry about that. But I'm not gonna say much about the first topic because I just needed to give more of the students to talk, and I was just listening to them. Understand? And each idea, each point of views that each one of the students have shared is great. I was just listening to each one of you. The first topic is just says that what is the favorite form of communication? Calling, texting, face to face. Why? I think there are so many benefits. Can you hear me?
Really well, my brother. Just go ahead, please.
All right. There's so much benefits and also a lot of advantages in communicating with people. I think each one of the ways that of communication is great, depending on what type of conversation that you want to have, and who you are, and who would you like to have the conversation with. Imagine if you are a spouse. You know, a spouse can be a man or a woman. So if you are a spouse and you try to have a conversation with your woman as a man, so you'd want to have like a face-to-face conversation with that with your women as a man, because imagine that your wife is a sweet person to you, and you would ever want to like talk to, like, depending on what you want to talk to your women about. Understand? If she is at work, for example, if you are away as well, you can just send a text message and say, "Hey, hello, baby, how are you doing?" But if you have like some personal conversation that you want to talk to your women, you wouldn't want that to be a virtual conversation. You would want to have that conversation face to face. You understand? That's why each one of the ways of communicating is dope. It's all good, whether it's calling or face to face or texting. It's all great, depending on who you're talking to, or depending on what kind of conversation that you want to have. So that's what that's what I had to share with you guys.
Miss Natasha, let's go with you, please. Hello.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. I'm now in Haiti. I study English with Mr. Michael. It is a pleasure to talk to you about this point. Is very important tonight. From my point of view, it's true existing different form of communication, calling, texting, face to face. Also visual communication and sign communication. But all types of communication are very important to communicate with other people or with other people. But in my case, prefer calling communication or voice message. It's more practice for me because my eyes support hardly the light. For that reason, I'm using communication or voice message. Thank you.
Okay, thank you as well, Miss Natasha. Mr. Weld Joseph. Hello, my brother. Welcome. Say something about you, especially where you're listening. And go ahead, please.
Good evening, everybody. I'm so glad. It's such an honor to be with you tonight. Thank you, teacher, for inviting me. When I got your invitation, and I say to myself, "Oh, it's such a great opportunity. You know, I have to be there." Yeah, I mean, although I'm busy doing stuff at home, it's so important for me to be here with you tonight. And thank you, Mr. G, for your point of view, and Steffi for your point of view. I really appreciate it. I really appreciated your point of view. What I would say is that whether it's calling, testing, or face-to-face communication, it is so important, and my favorite form of communication is face-to-face communication, because when you talk in front of the person, it'll be easier for you to be more impressive, to make more impression. But it depends on your goal. What is your goal? If your goal or your purpose is to develop your ability to speak, you can call. But if you want to develop your writing skills, you can text instead of calling, or you can call, that person instead of texting. What I would say is that if you want to be good at speaking English, I would advise you to call instead of texting. But if you want to develop your writing skills, it is so important to write instead of calling. But if you want to make more impression, I would advise you to, to choose face-to-face communication. But let me say that nothing is more important than the ability to communicate effectively. You can be a good communicator by calling, you can be a good communicator by texting, you can be a good communicator by communicating with that person and through face-to-face communication. So to wrap up or to sum it all, if I had to give you a piece of advice, I would say that if you want to be good at speaking English, call. Because I know a lot of people in my neighborhood or even my workplace, they are able to write English. But when you call that person, they are not able to call or to speak, because a lot of people are able to write or are able to text, but unfortunately, they are not able to speak. Or when you try to learn in English, or when you try to learn a language, it could be, any of language, could be Spanish or English. The most important thing is to speak. Comprehension is the key when you try to learn a language. I know a lot of students, they are able to text. They are really good at texting. But they are not really good at speaking. If you want to develop this ability or the capacity to speak, but I would advise you to prefer face-to-face communication instead of calling, instead of texting. But any of these forms, all of these forms are vitals, are important to you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much, teacher, for giving me the opportunity to give my point of view about this important subject. I really, really appreciate, or I really love the subject today, because it is all about communication. I know that you have a lot of students, in this conversation, they are students. If I had to give you this piece of advice, I would say that if you really want to be good at speaking English, stop writing, stop texting. I know texting is one of the abilities.
So thank you, and thank you very much, all of you guys who had opportunity to comment in the question number 1. So now we are going to keep move on with the question number 2. The question number 2, how important are facial expressions, body language, and poses in communication? Let's go really quick with you, please, Mr. Joseph. You get the mic, please.
I am in my element tonight because you are talking about something I am really passionate about. My name is Joseph Waltz. I am a legal practitioner and I am a social communicator. I do think that body language is very important because facial expressions, body language, and pauses in communication can help you make yourself understood when you are speaking in front of a large group of people. To really make you understand what I'm talking about, or to make you understand my point, because I don't want you to miss my point of view, right? When we talk about facial expressions, we talk about body language. We are referring to face-to-face communication, we talked about a little while ago. Because when you are texting, the person don't really, the person cannot see exactly, if you move, the person can see that. Because when talk about, facial expression and body language, we specifically talk about face-to-face communication or verbal communication. Body language is so important because it helps you make yourself understood. What I would like to say is that there must be a great connection between your words and your body language. Because most of the times, in my experience, I've seen a lot of people when they are speaking in front of a group of people, their body language does not match their words. That's a problem. If your body language does not connect or does not match your words, that can confuse the person, that can confuse the group of people you are talking to or you are speaking with. Why is it so important? Why body language is so important? Why facial expressions are so important? They can make you make yourself understood. And I want you to understand, what I want you to understand is that there must be a great connection between your body language and your words. If you want to count, you're talking with a group of people or in front of a group of people, and you're counting. If you're counting and what you say does not match what you do, people in the public may misunderstand your speech. Dear student, if I had to give you a piece of advice, once again tonight, I would say this. You have to keep your body language because it's so important for you. But not only a body language, but you have to make sure that your body language connects with your words, because there must be a great connection between your body language and your words and communication. Why pauses are so important in communication? Pauses are important in communication because they enable you to breathe a little bit, because a lot of people get into the habit of speaking fast in front of a group of people. It is not important to speak fast in front of a group of people, because one of the top priorities should be speak slowly, should be speaking slowly so that you can make yourself understood. Because when you are speaking with a person or with a group of people, your top priority should be making yourself understood. And it is not important to use the most difficult word when you're speaking in English or whatever, Spanish, Portuguese, but the most important thing is to make pauses. If you don't make pauses, people will have difficulty understanding you. People will have trouble catching your speech. To wrap up or to sum it all, facial expressions are so important because they can make the public understand that if you are happy, people will see that you're happy through your facial expressions. If you're upset, people will see that you're upset. But if you are very, 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 very happy to talk, people will see that through your facial expression, through your body language. It's so important. Your body language is essential because it helps you make yourself understood, and pauses are so important because without pause in communication, people will have difficulty understanding you. I'm so glad tonight to talk about communication because it is my favorite field, communication. And I don't want to take up, all your time because I want to let, the mic to other student whom I want to share their opinion about the subject tonight. Thank you so much, Teacher Michael, for giving me the opportunity to talk about this important subject. My name is Joseph Folds. I'm in Haiti. Unfortunately, I didn't study English, in your school, but when you sent me the invitation and I was so gung-ho about, connecting to give my opinion about, tonight's subject. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Miss Miranda, please, you get the mic. Hello.
Thank you again, Teacher Michael, for giving me this opportunity. About these questions, I think facial expressions are really useful. For example, when we often say, look into my eyes when I'm talking to you, it's just to capture the other person's attention. And the kisses we give, for example, when we talk about a good food, we put our fingers in our mouth and to say it's very good, the food. And when we are sad, when we are nervous, and the beautiful smile we have when in our face when we are happy, these are some facial expressions that facilitate a good communication. And body language are gestures that we make to clearly explain what we want to say and helps the other person understand the message you want to convey. It's very useful. And pauses is very necessary because when you're talking without pauses, it's not mixing your conversation. So when you add ingredients to a food to give a good flavor, I compare this with conversation, with this expression, because it's the same. When you put facial expressions, body language, and pauses in a communication, that's make a beautiful conversations that I think is very important to use them. Thank you, Teacher Michael.
Amazing, amazing, amazing. Congratulations, our beautiful Miranda. Miss Manael, hello.
Personally, I think the importance is great. Why I say that? Because it's important to show your feeling, good or bad, in a communication. For the person can see what you think. And I think it's the same for you too, to know how the person feels when he talks to you or the things you're talking about. In addition, I think body language and facial expressions are very important in a communication. Sorry. Because it helps you to know the importance you are for the person. Concerning the poses, it's a way to show the respect for people. You can take a pause for listening the person and let him see other thing he's talking about is important to you. I think it will feel good and at ease in your face, and we'll see how you respect his feeling. Yeah, that's all.
Congratulations, my beautiful lady. This is Maanael, one of my best students as well. Congratulations, my beauty. And now let's go with you, please, Miss Stacey. You get the mic. Just go ahead.
Thank you again, my teacher. I'm so pleased to listen all of the beautiful comments, especially the comment of Mr. Wald. It's not a comment, it's like a speech. Will leave me speechless. I just want to add something because the other fellows already say what all was in my mind, but I can't say without saying anything because I am here to practice. That's the thing. Yes, I think nonverbal communication can be one of the strongest form of communication between people because there is some word you cannot say, but the nonverbal communication can say it for you because nonverbal signal like body language, poses, and facial expression can let people to increase stress in you or sometimes to clarify things and sometimes to make tension, to make mistrust and confusion. It depends on the way you're using it. Some people can use it as a facial expression to make people frustrated. Some people can use like a smiling face to make people happy and to be attracted toward them. But facial expression is the matter of convey emotion and phrases and concepts that word alone cannot describe. And I think poses, like the other fellows already say, poses can be used to create like clarity in our communication by giving the listener we're talking to the process to process the thing you are saying and to put them together to be more responsible to give you the answer back. When you pause this, that make you like comfortable, that make you like trust. You are trusting yourself and you are knowing what you are saying. But pauses is very important in communication. And in the end, body language can amplify the verbal message being portrayed through and signal, gesture, and posture. And sometimes, if you're someone talking to others and put his eyes, I would not. There is no eye contact. Some people say, "Oh, maybe it's not trustworthy. It's what is not right because he is not so comfortable with what he's saying." But when you have body language, express why Mr. Wells said at the beginning, your body language transmits the message you want to say. The word gives more strength to people to be accepted about what you are saying. I think even though nonverbal communication may be like a small piece, but in communication, it's a biggest piece that can amplify the way you communicate to other people. That's my priority.
Congratulations, Stacey. And thank you very much. So now let's go with the question number 3. It's still about communication, but I think this question is so deep. How do you feel and react when people interrupt you in the middle of an important conversation? Again, how do you feel and react when people interrupt you in the middle of an important conversation? Ms. Stacey, let's go with you, please. Hello.
Yes, the question is a little bit personal. It depends on the conversation we have. Sometimes people just interrupt you at the middle of the conversation to make you like insignificant or unimportant. At the time, in my case, I will be frustrated because you will not want people to make you unimportant in front of others. But if you are a friend of yours, if you are getting along in a family sometimes, those people, it depends on the where you are. If you're done with a meeting with your boss, someone did that to you, you will be frustrated. That means the word you are saying is not important. But if you are just hanging out with friends and someone do that, you can just pass by. But it's me, even though I'm frustrated, like a good communicator, I will not prove that. It depends where I am. But sometimes when people do that, it's very disrespectful, it's very rude. It's me, depending on where I am. I can be frustrated, sometimes I can pass. That's my point of view.
Congratulations, Ms. Steffi. Thank you very much. Mr. Heavens, you're amazing tonight. Let's go with you, please, Mr. Heavens. Hello.
Okay. For me, personally, being interrupted in the middle of an important conversation can be frustrating because it disrupts the flow of communication and may lead to misunderstanding or missed point. I might feel a bit annoyed or distracted, but I will try to handle the situation calmly and steer the conversation back on track. Thank you.
Congratulations, my little brother and our brother as well. Let's go with you, please, Miss Ketia. Our sister, welcome. Just open the mic and go ahead, please.
Hello to everyone.
Oh,
Can you hear me?
yes, we hear you well. Thank you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. My name is Kitia, and I'm in a part of United States in Florida. For that question, if I'm in the middle of an important conversation, I'm going to excuse myself, and by saying to that person who interrupt me that I would like to finish what I'm stating. But if that person appears to not listening, and continue to interrupt me, I'm going to excuse myself again and find someone who enjoy talking with me.
Interesting. Thank you very much and congratulations, Miss Ketia, for your comment and for being there as well. Miss Julie, please.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. According to the question number 3, whenever someone interrupts a conversation, it is disrespectful because people may be talking about something very important or intimate, someone they don't want other to know. So it is better to wait until they finish talking or ask, can I interrupt? Is that
really good? It's really good tips, Miss Zilli. Congratulations, because you have wisdom in the way that you're saying things. So, Miss Biolanda, let's go with you really quick.
Thank you again, Teacher Michael. For these questions, I feel bad when I'm talking, I'm in the middle of a conversation and a person come and interrupt me. I feel very bad, but my reactions is always positive because I will not interrupt them like he do that, because I will let them finish and after I will finish with my conversation. But if is one of person in my family, after I will talk to this person to say it's not necessary to interrupt me because it's bad. I feel bad when you interrupt me. But it's another person, I will let them finish and after I will take my conversations if I have opportunity to keep talking. But I always feel bad. But my reaction is always positive.
My beautiful. Thank you and congratulations.
Well, I respect everyone's opinion about the third question. But what you need to know is that when you get interrupted in the middle of a conversation, me personally, when I get interrupted in the middle of a conversation. I used to be nervous, because this kind of behavior upsets me, you know. But what I want you to understand is that it is not always this respectful when you get interrupted in the middle of conversation. And because this is a strategy that is being used by a lot of people to win some debates. If you are not able to manage your emotional intelligence, you will lose the debate. And I used to follow a lot of American debates between Trump and Barack Obama and Hillary Clinton. Sometimes Barack tries to interrupt Hillary Clinton in the middle of conversation. I don't think that this is disrespectful or this is rude. I do think that this is a strategy that is used by Barack to not lose the debate. And the last thing I just want you to understand is that if you get interrupted in the middle of conversation, try to understand the philosophy behind it. What's the purpose? What's the philosophy? I used to do that because in my workplace, and every Thursday we write down a quote on the board and we try to discuss about the quote. What I used to do is to interrupt people in the middle of the conversation because the philosophy behind it is to try to win the debate. If they are not able to control their emotional intelligence, believe it or not, I will win the debate. I feel nervous. I used to get nervous when I get interrupted in the middle of my conversation. I used to get nervous, but sometimes I just need you, or I just want you to understand that, interrupt people in the middle of the conversation might be considered as a good strategy to win the debate. The last point I just want you to understand is that not everyone has the capacity or the ability to listen, when you are making a point. And I want you to understand, I just want you to understand, listening is a skill people should be able to develop. Not everyone has the ability to develop the skill. I remember receiving a training about communication, and I mean, the main focus was on listening, how to listen, because what compels or what propels people to interrupt other people in the middle of their conversation is because they don't want to listen, or they don't listen to understand, but they listen to interrupt people. This is a good point. They don't listen to understand, but they listen to interrupt people. If you are in a conversation, you just listen to people. I mean, to interrupt, listen carefully. After 1, 2, or 4 minutes, you will have a tendency to interrupt people. But if you listen to that person you're talking to, or that person you're in the conversation with, if you listen to that person to understand, you will let that person finish, I mean, their point. In order for you, I mean, to continue or to keep talking, you know, and to finish, let me say that try to develop the skill, which is listening. I think that listening is a skill we have to try to develop, each and every day. What I mean, what's happening in Haiti right now politically, because uh, political leaders don't really want to understand one another, because they don't have the ability to, to listen, to understand, but they are listening to the other part, or to the other party, to just interrupt, to try to help, something like that. And I don't want to be long, because it is such a beautiful or a fascinating subject tonight. And just let me just tell you that listening is a skill you have to make an effort, to develop, these skills. And when you get interrupted in the middle of a conversation, try to understand the philosophy or the purpose behind it. Because usually people try to interrupt you because they just want to win the debate. They just want to upset you. And when they end up upsetting you, and I'm certain that they will, win the debate. I don't want to be low, I just wanted to to go deeper than that.
Great, great. Thank you. And thank you a million again and again, Mr. Joseph, for being there. So now let's go please to the question number 4. So everyone try to raise your hand and try to say something, because the club is for you. Even though you are beginners, raise your hand and say something. So the question number 4, it's a kind of deep as well, but you people, you will have things to say. How has technology changed the way that we communicate with each other? So Miss Mana, let's go with you please with the question number 4.
Thank you, teacher. Do you hear me?
Really well.
Okay. From my point of view, I consider the way technology changed to communicate. It's easier to get in touch with people so far away from you. It's very easy to talk with people the other side of the world. But another part, it makes people lazy to do effort for talking face to face. And I think there are many important things we shouldn't talk on the phone. We should talk face to face. But there are situations when you don't have choices. It's technology that's our only option. I understand that. But in generally, people become lazy with technology.
Beautiful. Yes, congratulations. 100% agree with you. Now, let's go with you, Miss Stacey. The question number 4, please. My beautiful, one of my best student. Let's go with you, please. Open the mic and go ahead about the question number 4, please. Miss Stacey, you get the mic. Just open it and go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Yes, I think the technology has changed the way that people communicate with each other. There is positive effect and there is negative effect too. I can say in Haiti, I remember when I was listening to my mom or my grandmother, who has been dying since 15 years, when they are talking, when my mom wants to send something to my grandmother, it has taken a long time before the person gets there to tell my grandmother the thing and to get the answer. It can be like a month. But nowadays, we can have the answer really quick. Just a text messages, a call, or voice messages, you get the answer. I think though is a great way. This is the positive way that technology has changed the way of people communicate, and we are so blessing for the person who make it for us. And every day they try to create new feature for us. Like 10 years, it will be difficult for someone to like we can, all of us can open our camera and we see the face of each other. This is the grace of the technology, but this is the advantages we have. But and the negative effect, I want to know the way you change it. Sometimes because of the technology, people don't take time for each other. Everyone is on the phone, focus on people who are far away and forget the people who is in front of them. And we are at the table, each people has his phone. And talking to people really far away and forget about the person who is in front of you. You can be focused, you can be knowing those people really well, but we're focused from some other people like on Facebook, we don't even know them only by name. This is a negative thing. And like the way that change communication in the family also, every children has a tablet or something, a phone, a computer, and they focus on people really far away that reduce the bond we should have and to the family. But this is a negative effect. It's for that I will encourage you guys, take advantage of the good benefits, not on the bad way. Use technology well to keep improving communication, because if you are for technology, it will be difficult for us. Like almost 40 fellows was there to listen to each other. But
Great.
don't use it in the bad way, but use it in the good way. That's my opinion.
Congratulations and thank you. And thank you again. The question number 5 and the question number 6, we are going to talk about them now. So it's about communication. The question number 5 says, how has the use of emojis and emoticons influenced communication? So please, everybody, raise your hand and try to say something, please. Hello and hello, everybody. Let's go, please, with the question number 5. Miss Steffi, I don't know if you want to say something. If yes, just open the mic and go ahead, please, Miss Steffi.
No, my hand was already raised.
Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, no.
And the topic was the most part difficult for me because I never use emoticon because I don't understand them. I don't want people to misunderstand me.
Okay, we got you. We got you. And about you, the other people, because don't forget, we have the question number 5 and 6. We are about to go. So if it's possible, try to say something. Maybe it's going to be your last comment. How has the use of emojis and emoticons? Miss Mara, let's go with you. You're a young person, young lady. Let's go with you, please, Miss Mara.
Okay, thank you, teacher. In my experience, emojis and emoticons are interesting in our communication via phone, on WhatsApp, or any application. You can talk with people. Then that you can talk face to face and you can't show your feelings about the subject, but you send an emojis or stickers for the person and it will see your feelings. If you are lying or you are sad or you are hungry, any emotions you feel, even you don't talk face to face, the person will see that. Thanks to emojis, we can feel the feelings that the other person that you are talking to feels.
Congratulations, Miss Mara. And I think you said absolutely almost everything. Almost everything, because the way Miss Mana had explained things, it's like it's a way like to show the people feelings they can. I'm sorry, when they cannot see your face, especially when you're texting by WhatsApp messages and the other application is would like to share your feelings. Congratulations and thank you very much. And you, the other people, what do you have to say about the question number 5? It's a really nice one. Do you want to say something about the question number 5? The question says, how has the use of emojis and emoticons influenced communication? Do you have something to say? Okay, no problem. No problem. If not, let's go please to the last question. The last question is the question number 6. Related to communication, the question number 6 says, what are some benefits of speaking more than one language? What do you have to say, people? What are the benefits of speaking 2, 3, or more languages? Do you want to say something? If yeah, just raise your hand because it's going to be the last comment. If you have opportunity to say something, just say it because after that, we don't have any other questions. So what do you have to say? What's your opinion about that question, please? Okay, good. So Mr. Edens, let's go with you, please, our brother, Mr. Edens. Hello.
Hello. Okay. I want to say my opinion about this subject that okay, the benefit, okay. What the benefit of speaking more than one language? I take an example. If I could speak English, I gonna get a good job. But I don't speak more English. I speak a little, you know. So it's a benefit to someone to someone more many language because the language being helping to someone to get a good job to make understand, you know, and that's all. I think that's all.
Congratulations, Mr. Aidens. Really appreciate your comment. And Mr. Please, let's go really quick, please.
Okay. Mr. Michael, do you hear me?
Really well.
Do you hear me, Teacher Michael?
Really well, Miss Taffy. We hear you really well.
Oh, okay. Thank you. I was okay. Thank you. Yes, I will be a little shorter. There is a lot of benefits when you're speaking more than one languages. I will talk about my personal experience. When you can interact with others naturally because you know you will understand them. You will make them feel comfortable. And one of my job I have in the United States here, there's a lot of people who speak, you know, United States, we can find a lot of people. And just some people just see me like a great piece because I can understand more than 4 languages. When people just come to buy in Creole, I speak to them in Creole. That makes them feel comfortable. And sometimes I do a lot of marketing too. Like I'm saying your own languages, you can say, oh, it's very beautiful. You can take it. It will fit you well. And your languages that make the people feel well. Some people can come and they speak Spanish. También I speak to them that make them comfortable. Sometimes they just look for me. Where is the lady who speaks Spanish? Where is the lady who can understand Creole? That's make you feel valuable. It's for that. I really encourage people to speak English is one of the best languages, but when you can understand more than one languages, it's like a blessing because you can help. The main point is because you can help other people. There is no happiness than help other people feel better. That's pushing me to try to go to Duolingo to learn some Portuguese because there's a lot of customers who speak Portuguese, like to greeting them in Portuguese, to ask them, how are you doing in Portuguese? When you do that, you say, hey, you know some words. That make them feel comfortable. Don't limit yourself, guys. This is my last word. Try hard to get it. When you have English, you can let whatever languages you are, because when you're in Duolingo, when you put English, you saw a lot of red. And when you're doing research, when you're searching something on the internet, when you put English, you have a lot of to say, and you have a lot of to talk before pick the one you want. But guys, one of a language give you a lot of advantage. It can increase your careers. It can help you where you never expected. That's my answer.
Congratulations. Amazing, amazing. And so beautiful as well, your experience. And people, this is the last question. Let's go, please, Miss Maranayel, because we're about to go. Please, Miss Maranayel, you get the mic, open it, and go ahead, please.
Okay, thank you again, teacher. Do you hear me?
Really well.
Hello, teacher.
Miss. Yes, hello. Really well. We hear you really well.
Okay. I've not doubt that when you speak more than one language, because I think it expands you more. It helps you to make many friends from many parts of the world. Even your Asian, you can have American friends if you speak English, for example. When you speak more one language, it gives you many opportunities to progress in your life. It helps you to find work. It helps you to live your life in any country you want. And also, it enrich your knowledge. There are a lot of opportunities you can get when you speak more than one language.
You're amazing. You're amazing.
Thank you, teacher. Thank you.
Congratulations. And I think your mom will really proud of you as well. Miss Mana, li Haiti, quand il a pile siwe, qui gagne révolution, qui pas gagne courant, mon a couru qui te caillou. I'm so proud of her. I'm vraiment fier de lui. I'm vraiment fier de tout étudiant qui fait effort. Vous nous avons différentes situations qui ont empêché non progresser même gens. Même parce que c'est bon exemple. Bon exemple. Tout en bas d'un besoin mon taco, Miss Mana. Congratulations, and I really love you. Congratulations again. Ms. Zuri, please, let's go with you. It's going to be about the last comment because we have to go, please.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. There are immigrants all over the world right now. And how would you communicate with them if you don't learn one or more languages? Another important or convenient reasons is to find a better job, earn more money, and teach our children to speak another language from a young age is important.
So nice, interesting. Mes délégués 60, 61 années. I'm so proud of you, Ms. Zilli, because you're doing really good. And I really congratulate you. Et le même nous jeune. Okay, Miss Natasha, please, let's go with you. Miss Natasha. Yes, let's go, Miss Natasha, please. Let's go. Yes, you get the mic.
Thank you. About this question, I think it's very important when you talk about the languages. It's necessary. We talk about the culture, the different area all over the world. When you have or to learn other languages, you understand also the culture or the history, different things in this country. For that reason, it's necessary to talk different languages, if possible, travel all over this country to understand more these languages. Thank you.
Congratulations, Miss Natasha as well. You're from Haiti. Really congratulate you because you're a busy mother, a busy wife, a busy sister, and a busy teacher as well, because I know that you teach at university. Congratulations. And we're so happy to have you. Okay, good. So thank you. And thank you very much, all of you people. I know it's not easy to give me 2 hours, and it's more than 2 hours, 2 hours and 12 minutes. I know it's a really big sacrifice because today is Friday. After spending 5 days working, and you're here spending 2 hours practicing English, listening to English, and also it's a really nice way to entertain yourself as well. I really, really congratulate you and thank you a lot. So now we finished with the club. We had a wonderful club tonight. It was about communication. So we had 6 questions. So all of them were about communication. So now we finished with them. And this kind of club, we have them every 15 and 22 days. So when we're gonna have the next one, I will let you know. Donc, j'ai club ça, on gagne chaque 15 avec 22 jours. Ma fait nous connaître qu'il m'a bien l'autre là, et m'capable voir topic là pour nous capable préparer d'avance. Okay, so now we are about to go. My question, please. How did you see the club? How much did you love it? And also, if you have any suggestion, please let us know, and I'd like to get something better for the next one. So, comment notre club là? Est-ce que nous te remel? Qui suggestion notre bail pour prochain club là? You can speak Spanish if you want. You can speak Creole if you want. You can speak English. Voici c'est la première fois qu'il me fait. Pour nous tous capables de dire quelque chose, capable de parler langue, nous sommes nous plus à l'aise là. Well, if you can speak English, it will be better. So how did you see the club? How much did you love it? And also, what is your suggestion for the next one? If you want to say something, just raise your hand. I'm going to give you the mic, say something, and after that, we're going to go. Okay, if you don't want to have things to say, I think we all going to go. Si nous pas vraiment rien pour nous dire, nous pral aller. I really thank you again. And now we about to go. Miss, let's go. We're gonna touch, oh, I'm sorry. We're gonna start with Miss Natasha, please. How did you see the club? How much you love it? And what's your suggestion for the next one? Open the mic and go ahead, please, Miss Natasha.
I think the club is perfect. It's okay, but I think also it's if it's not possible to question or to make point for the participation in the club, to have, for example, idea, different people about the subject, more interesting, generally to influence or to improve the participation, the more people, more preparation. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know what is the method, the way to communicate all of other people to will have information. I don't know.
Great. Yes, thank you. And thank you very much, Miss Natasha, not only for being there, but you did a wonderful job tonight. And I really love your comment. I really love your English because you progress a lot, Miss Natasha. You progress a lot. I really appreciate that. And I congratulate you. And we are looking forward to seeing you in the next club. Miss Manael, please. After Miss Manael, Miss Biolanda. After Miss Biolanda, Mr. Edens. After Mr. Edens, Miss Steffi. You know, let's go really quick, Miss Manael. Hello.
Yeah, thank you, teacher. The club, for my opinion, the club was very beautiful and interesting. I liked every opinion or answers people shared in the club today. It was really hot because there are many people oh, 40 people. It was very interesting. It encouraged me to give my better side. I hope you understand. Okay, keep like that, teacher, because you did a really good job. Thank you for all, and people, thank you too for your opinion, because I learned so much from you. Okay, and I tell you, have a good night. It was a pleasure to me to be there with you. Bye bye.
Bye bye, Miss Manael. Thank you and congratulations. You know, obtenir avec patience pour Tonton Biden faire ouvrir caméra ou non, well, you're really beautiful, but unfortunately, you know that you're in Haiti. You cannot open the camera because of the electricity problem. We understand. Et avant de nous aller, guys, je travaille dans l'hôpital en tant qu'interprète médical. Je dis me traduire pour un monde, m'interpréter pour un monde, mais qui est VIH, I'm sorry. C'est triste, parce que le docteur a posé demoiselle la question 3 fois. Est-ce qu'on peut comprendre? Est-ce qu'on peut comprendre? Parce que son sujet qui gênait, parce que lui doit suivre thérapie, suivre traitement pour question sida, nous connaissons. Ça, c'est me gênant pour me traduire pour lui tout, parce que c'était plus bon si c'est lui qui t'a parlé pour contre lui. Parce que c'est son sujet qui est sensible. Pas dire nous avons un problème comme ça. Il y a été traduit pour mon cancer, mais si nous parlons l'anglais bien, c'est plus bon pour nous. That's the reason, encourager famille, nous, amis, nous. Et to learn a new language, especially English. Et nous là, nous sommes capables d'aider, by un numéro, by un contact. Et nous avons commencé avec à zéro, monde qui n'a pas de niveau du tout, juste pour nous capables d'aider. Nous prenons plaisir d'aider les gens qui sont interprètes, mais les plus bon si c'est eux qui parlent. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. Et puis, pardon, le fait que moi, t'ai compris. Miss Biolanda, Mr. Edens, and Miss Steffi, and Miss Zoe. Miss Biolanda, let's go quick and say something.
Thank you, Teacher Michael. Thank you again for doing this club. I know it's very difficult because you are very busy. You are working, and to prepare this class is very difficult. That's the reason I am very tired, because I work a lot today, but I try to do my best to be there because I know you are doing a lot to prepare this club for us, and we learn a lot. And I want to say thank you. Keep doing like this because you are doing the best way. And Jehovah will bless you because you are a good teacher, a good friend, and a good brother. So I'm proud of you. Keep going like this. Thank you, and thank you again. Good night, everyone.
Congratulations and thank you. We so love you and you're beautiful as well, Miss Biolanda. Congratulations and thank you. Now, let's go with Mr. Edens. After Mr. Edens, Steffi and Zoe. Let's go, please, Mr. Edens. Try to be short, but say something, please. Mr. Edens, just open the mic and go ahead.
Okay. I'm so excited tonight to be with us. So this is a good club teacher. I'm very, very excited to be here. And my my suggestion for the next club, and I encourage people to participate for this club, that they can practice more English, improve this language, you know. So I'm very, 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 very excited, teacher, and I hope when you get I hope for the next club you let me know that I can participate with you.
Great. Great.
Yeah.
Congratulations, and thank you as well, Mr. Aidens, for being there.
Yes.
Just get in touch with me and I will let you know anything and the date as well and the topic. I will let you
Yeah.
get it in advance, and I'd like to have time to do research and to prepare. Thank you, and thank you very much.
Yeah.
Great. Miss Steffi, and after that, Miss Zuli, please. Let's go to Steffi.
Text me Zuli first. I will go at least.
Miss Zuli, let's go with you, please.
Thank you, Mr. Michael. You say we could say goodbye in any language, okay? I want to tell you something now in Creole, okay? Si tout le monde te communique na bonne façon, mon latin différent, moi remets que haïtien parler de toi ou soit plus large. Moi pense you très intelligent. I love you, Haitian. Especially my brothers.
Thank you, and thank you very much, Ms. Zilli. We love you too, and we will congratulate you the way that you're progressing. Thank you, and thank you a million, Ms. Zilli. Ms. Steffi, please.
Thank you for giving the last opportunity. I was looking to someone I can interact. Thank you, everyone, for being there tonight, for taking your time and to share with us your interests and to prove us the way you really love English. And like my first suggestion is the same as Aiden or maybe Evans, I don't remember. When you get there is to practice. C'est pour nous pratiquer nous venir là. Donc nous va venir jouer. Même que c'est 2-3 moves faire, même que c'est 2 questions préparées, you have to participate, guys, because it's the purpose of the club. Me, at the first time when I was at the club, I said, oh, one day, what can I be like that? People just talking so fast. But I did it. If I did it, you can do it too. Like you saw in the picture, this is Teacher Michael. The word in the picture says, teaching is a work of hurt. But you are in front of a teacher who has a big heart. You really like to help other people. You aime aider l'autre monde. Donc, prends avantage ça. Et m'a retenu un jour, de profiter autant de qu'à profiter. Là, ça, Teacher Michael, voilà, notre travail était consacré à la teaching. Même que va coup, n'a fait coup. Parce que nous toujours poser questions, toujours fait écrit. Donc, son bon professeur, n'importe l'aile, il a la répondre nous. Si nous, là, nous sommes invités, pas besoin de négliger. Pas regarder crop. Même je dis, je n'ai pas de pour m'appeler Teacher Michael. Je n'ai pas de et c'est tout côté, moi, je vais toujours citer non. Vous comprenez ça? Because il fait un travail extraordinaire. I am proud of my teacher. I am proud of his family. Special. I can thank you, Miss Kellyn, Mr. Pablito, for letting us, Teacher Michael, to give this such a great opportunity to speak in English. If you want to speak, if you want to interact with other people, guys, you're in the best place to language. KOMANTE language courses, we help you achieve this goal. Don't forget to invite your friend. If you really like the job you were doing tonight, like almost 40 fellows, encourage your friends. People in the United States you cannot understand, to learn with us. We are here to help us. Even though I am not here, you don't hear me. If Teacher Michael sends someone to me to help, he knows I will help the person gladly. Have a good night, guys. Keep in touch. And the WhatsApp group, if you are there, keep practicing to keep improving your English. That's my point of view. I love you, all of you, especially my teacher.
Great. Congratulations, my beautiful sister, Miss Stacey. One of my best, and my best student. I'm so proud of you and I love you as well. And congratulations. Okay, good. So thank you. And thank you very much, all of you, my people, my beautiful people. So that's all for now. That's all for tonight. So sleep well like big babies. Et nous-mêmes qui déjà étudiants, il faut pour nous faire pratique demain matin, demain la journée, demain après-midi, parce que nous avons WhatsApp group côté nous fait pratique chaque jour. I'm so proud of you. And I congratulate all of you, my people. Et il y a quelqu'un qui n'a pas monté, especially Mr. TLC, I'm sorry, TCL, pas qu'on est non, pas qu'on est non. Ou ka dit quelque chose en créole, juste pour me identifier au please. Moun qui gen TCL, T767W, qui a souillé, please? Est-ce que dit non? And Mr. Samson, Mr. Samson bagen son. Okay, good. So thank you. And thank you very much, all of you, my people. Mr. Jello, we're so happy to have you tonight. Congratulations, all of you, for being there. But men a lot club là, nous devons participer. Je connais quelqu'un qui est nouveau, moi, je comprends. But Mr. Joseph, nous devons parler en privé, my brother. So have a good night. All of you sleep well and see you and keep in touch. Bye-bye, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. Mr.
Yes.
Joseph, thanks for being there with us. We really appreciate your knowledge, especially.
Yes, congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Great.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. Have a good night and bye-bye, everyone.
Have a good one too. Steffi, have a good night.
Connaissance, c'est celle bagay yo pa jam ka apprendre nan men yo, même si yo ta deporté yo. Apprendre anglais tande, ou a sonje mte pale yo. My name is Steffi from Comwad Language Courses. Dans Comwad Language Courses, nous utilisons PIBON méthode qui c'est méthode conversation. Nous pas focus sur le grammatical. Ça qui est plus important pour nous c'est écoute, compréhension et puis parler. Ça attend pour commencer. Nouvelle session, c'est moi ça. Pour encourager famille ou amis pour apprendre à parler anglais tout. Pour plus d'informations, contactez nos numéros ça.
Life in America is beautiful, but it's more beautiful when you speak English well. I'm Yolanda from KOMANTÈ Language Courses. KOMANTè Language Courses, c'est une école online qui apprend à parler anglais. Il fait live sur Zoom, ça qui veut dire qu'on apprend à parler langue anglais à n'importe côté dans le monde là. So, besoin, c'est un appareil qui a Internet. Par exemple, un téléphone, une tablette ou bien un laptop qui sont aptes pour commencer. Nouveau session, c'est moi ça. Ou capable d'écrire un numéro ça, qu'on soit besoin de toute information que vous avez besoin. N'attendons nous toutes.